Might be why the STI rates are so high. Well, it's sunny and lovely out again, which is great. I swear, if you're the kind of person that gets bored with weather, you gotta move to Alberta. Oh, it's 36 above and everyone's sweating their balls off. Don't worry, the blizzard's coming. Shaping up to be a pretty uneventful week. Other than a couple coffee dates that I'm really looking forward to this week, it's just standard work and home. And summertime is always kind of funny in the not-for-profit sector. It's a lot of sort of waiting and planning for stuff that happens in September. Summertime is always kind of funny in the not-for-profit sector. It's a lot of sort of waiting and planning for stuff that happens in September. I have a meeting from 3 to 5, which is gonna be, definitely wanted to go for a walk beforehand though. I mean, it is the perfect thing where it's not too hot, but it's sunny out. Perfect day for a walk. I do want to say a really huge thank you to everybody who was concerned about me after the motorcycle accident. Even though I look fine, it's nice to know that people wanted to make sure, and that means a lot. It really does. Thank you for that. It's just under a week and I'm already feeling quite a bit better, so I'm hopeful that everything will be fine. No permanent damage at all or anything else. Hopefully no trauma about being on the bike. We'll find out. Plus, I mean, I missed all that really good footage for you. Strapping a GoPro to my back for walks like this, not nearly as exciting. Although maybe I could duct tape it to my boot. Maybe. For the record, I am not a big fan of the whole Facebook memories thing. I think half of the time it shows you stuff that you would just rather forget anyway. But sometimes it brings up really good memories about stories that I haven't shared with you. And since today is kind of a slow day, I thought I would share with you the story of the time I tricked someone so good that I don't think I will ever trick somebody so good ever again in my life, even though it only lasted 1 second. So 2 years ago, Cassie and I were out and we were at this event. And at this event, it's lots of different activities that happen and kind of all sorts of debauchery and different goings on. Generally, you're out there to get into some kind of fun trouble. While we were there, we decided what would be really fun is if we play wrestled. Now, I don't know if you've ever done this since high school, but play wrestling can be a hell of a lot of fun. And Cassie thought it would be a really funny idea to wear a candy necklace so she would have something to snack on, you know, in case she got hungry mid-fight. I mean, that's only reasonable, I suppose. That was pretty cool. Bye. So anyway, we finally get together, we decide we're gonna do this thing. We go to the spot, there's these mats down, it's perfect. And we start wrestling, and she is fighting hard. Now, I'm quite a bit bigger than Cassie is, so I'm holding back a little bit, mostly just sort of restraining her and stuff. I don't wanna hurt her, that's not the point. The point is to have a lot of fun. She had her glasses off, so she couldn't see really well, and I had my glasses off too. But at some point I had noticed that when I had put my arm around her, I had broken a bunch of the candy from the candy necklace. And when I looked on the ground, there was all these little white bits lying on the ground. And I, in a moment of what can only be described as liquid evil, decided to look down and go, oh shit, your teeth. Now, in a normal everyday situation, someone would notice if their teeth got knocked out. There would be enough signs that your teeth got knocked out that you wouldn't automatically assume it had happened if you didn't notice those signs. But in the middle of wrestling and in the heat of the moment, she believed it. She looked down, she saw a bunch of white bits lying on the ground. Her brain said, those are your teeth. And in that moment, she railed back with her bare foot and kicked me with her heel right on the shin. To say that it was painful is a pretty huge understatement. No, at the time, we just kept playing, not a big deal. You just keep going, these things happen. But when I got home and I took off my pants, I noticed this. This was how my leg looked for almost a month. When I showed this picture to my friends and they asked me if I would do it again, my answer was absolutely. That was a very small price to pay for that kind of mind f***. You don't get to fool somebody like that every day. That is a special moment and you gotta jump on that sucker. It healed, it got better, I was fine. But that story of how I fooled her for just that 1 second, easily one of the best things I've ever done, no question. Totally worth it.